Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're staying positive and testing negative. I hope you're having an amazing day and better after watching today's video. I'm super excited for you to watch today's video and I hope you're excited too. But before we start, make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on those post notifications. So then without further ado, let's get right into this video. So these were the four teams that had qualified for the playoffs, remember? DC, CSK, RCB, and KKR. But after the playoffs and final as well, only one team is the champion, and that's the Chennai Super Kings. In today's video, I will just quickly review and break down the four matches in the playoffs: Qualifier 1, the Eliminator, Qualifier 2, and the final. So stick with me. First up, CSK wins Qualifier 1, storm into the final. Remember, the advantage of finishing first or second is that you win, you go straight to the final. You lose, you have another chance at making the final. Whereas if you finish third or fourth, you lose one and you go home. And then you need to win two to get into the final. Anyway, CSK wins qualifier one into the final, like I said. Gaikwad, Uttapa, and Dhoni star in taking the Chennai Super Kings to their ninth IPL final. CSK have by far been the most consistent franchise in the Indian Premier League. So first, the Chennai Super Kings opt to bowl, and DC in their batting innings they scored a pretty good score. I feel 172 for five on that Dubai wicket in their 20 overs. Prithvi Shaw, the star with the bat, 60 of 34. To the left, the leftmost picture is him batting. Rishabh Pant, captain of the Delhi Capitals, 51 from 35, and Shimron Hetmyer, after getting a reprieve of a no ball, made the full use of it, scoring 37 from just 24 balls. If you look at CSK's bowling, Josh Hazelwood was the best. Good economy rate as well, just 2 for 29 in his form. So 172 for 5 is what DC got in qualifier 1. Set a target of 173. The Chennai Super Kings chased it down in 19.4 overs. Ruturaj Gaikwad, a star of the future for sure. He's shown with the bat that he's really capable of doing anything, chasing, setting a total, anything. 70 of 50, a calculated inning from Ruturaj Gaikwad. He could not take CSK over the winning line, but he definitely set a very, very strong foundation. It was a rare failure for Faf du Plessis, so he had to join hands with Uttapa and and stitch a partnership, which they did, 100+ run partnership. Uttapa 63 of 44. But despite Gaikwad 70 and Uttapa 63, one man got all the attention, all the headlines. That was MS Dhoni. 18 not out of just 6 balls. He barely contributed with the bat right through the season. But when it mattered the most, when it was about taking his side into the final, he batted like we've always seen him bat. Let's put it that way. Finishing off in style, MSD. If you look at DC's bowling, Tom Curran was certainly the best, 3 for 29 in his 3.5 overs. But Tom Curran was taken apart by MSD in the final over as MS Dhoni hit 3 consecutive boundaries to take CSK over the winning line. Of course, we have to mention MS Dhoni's winning cameo. Dhoni finishes off in style. Vintage finish by MS Dhoni turns back the clock indeed. 18 not out of just 6 balls, 1/6, 3 boundaries. And this picture here is of him hitting the winning shot. And there's a bit of irony in here because if you see the Delhi Capitals dugout is right behind in the background. But yeah, anyways, that still doesn't take away MS Dhoni's brilliant finish. Even India and RCB captain Virat Kohli loved it. Kohli praised the finish as well, calling MSD the greatest finisher ever in the game. His tweet, and I quote, "And the king is back, red heart. The greatest finisher ever in the game. Made me jump out of my seat once again tonight." And then he tags MS Dhoni. And seriously, what a finish that was. And I want to comment on Virat Kohli and MS Dhoni's friendship. It's nothing new for any fans, but I really appreciate it. It's really great. They're much more than just teammates. They're friends off the field as well. And this is an example of that. So taking a look at MSD hitting the winning runs, hitting a big six of Rabada as well. Moving on. So by the way, just to recap, CSK into the final of VIVO IPL, and DC will await the winner of these two, RCB and KKR, for a place in the final. But KKR knocked out RCB in the Eliminator, and they'll play DC in Qualifier 2. Sunil Narayan, his all-round show in a special in Sharjah, takes KKR into Qualifier 2, knocking Virat Kohli's RCB out of the tournament in Kohli's last season as captain. Dinner would have tasted bitter for them that night for sure. Kohli won the toss at Sharjah and said that they'll bat first. Straight up. RCB, after choosing to bat, posted 138 for 7 in their 20 overs. Devdutt Padikkal, DDP as they call him, he scored a brilliant 21 of just 18. And he and Kohli really laid the foundation for RCB. But unfortunately for them, no one after these two really came in and did anything. AB de Villiers, Glenn Maxwell, no, KS Bharat, nobody really was able to accelerate on the start that these two gave them in the power play. And the captain Virat Kohli, 39 of 33 balls. Looking at KKR's bowling, Sunil Narayan was special. What a spell that was. 4 for 21 in just 4 overs. And this spell, mind you, included the wickets of 3 all-time, no, not all-time greats, but current greats of the game. Virat Kohli, AB de Villiers, and Glenn Maxwell. That tells you something, doesn't it? KKR, after being set a target of 139, huffed and puffed, mind you. It wasn't an easy chase for them, but they eventually did manage to cross the winning line in 19.4 overs. Shubman Gill was brilliant at the top, 29 from 18. Nitish Rana, 23 from 25, a slow innings, but a good innings nonetheless. Sunil Narayan, 26 from 15. RCB bowling, Mohammad Siraj was good, he was very good, 2 for 19 in his 4 overs. It was a close finish, huh? And actually, let me tell you one thing. I didn't really see this game completely, but from what I know, this game wasn't supposed to go so deep. I mean, KKR should have closed it out in the 16th or 17th over. But then a couple of 2-3 run overs from RCB, I think, really transferred the pressure back onto KKR. So, KKR stay alive in the tournament, will play the Delhi Capitals for a shot at the final. KKR knock out DC as well in Qualifier 2 and they book a spot in the final against CSK. Apologies for the picture here. It should have been Rishabh Pant instead of Virat Kohli and Owen Morgan. But anyway, Gill, Venkatesh Iyer and Rahul Tripathi show takes KKR to their 3rd IPL final after a close win over the Delhi Capitals. Owen Morgan won the toss at Sharjah, said they'll have a bowl. And DC, after being put in 135 for 5 in the 20 overs, didn't turn out enough in the end. Prithvi Shaw, 18 from 12. Shikhar Dhawan, slow innings, but again, good innings nonetheless. 36 from 39. And at Sharjah, sometimes you need to play this kind of an innings because you have people like Shimran Hetmeyer who can come in and whack the ball at the end. So Hetmeyer got 17 from 10. And then if we look at KKR's bowling, Varun Chakravarti, the mystery spinner as they call him, 2 for 26 in his 4 overs. Brilliant figures. KKR's batting, Venkatesh Iyer and Shubman Gill were instrumental in helping KKR chase down their target of 136 in 19.5 overs. And Rahul Tripathi just 12 from 11. And he hit a 6 of the second last ball of Ravichandran Ashwin to take KKR into the final. What's also noteworthy is that Dinesh Karthik, Owen Morgan, Shakib Al Hassan, Sunil Narayan, Lockie Ferguson, all of them got out for a duck. It's unbelievable how KKR collapsed in the big pressure qualifier too. But eventually they got over the line, so none of that really matters at the end, but still noteworthy. And then looking at DC's bowling, Ravichandran Ashwin 2 for 27 in his 3.5 overs. So KKR beat DC, progressed to the final where CSK await them. KKR have almost completed a historic turnaround into their third IPL final. Why I call this a historic turnaround, you may ask? I mean, I don't think there's ever been a team, all right, which has at the halfway stage of the IPL be seventh on the table, looking like they'll probably bow out at the wooden spoon level. Just 2 wins from 7 games. Then they shift to the UAE and something dramatic happens. The addition of Venkatesh Iyer, the form of Shubman Gill, Rahul Tripathi, Varun Chakravarti, all of those guys put together, and of course Owen Morgan's leadership, taking KKR to the final of the IPL. Terrific, terrific. But it was not a historic turnaround for them because CSK beat them in the final, and MS Dhoni leads CSK to their fourth IPL crown. Faf du Plessis, Ruturaj Gaikwad, Moeen Ali, Robin Uthappa star in the final, and they help CSK to their fourth IPL trophy. A few names from this list here, Faf du Plessis, Ruturaj Gaikwad, and Moeen Ali have helped CSK win the title all through the season. Uthappa in the 2 playoff games was brilliant. Owen Morgan said they're going to have a bowl at the toss. CSK 192 for 3. Always a winning score, a very above par score in a high pressure final. And who knows to handle pressure better than Faf du Plessis? 86 from 59. He got out on the last ball. A brilliant innings from him. Ruturaj Gaikwad, good innings. He would have liked to continue, but still good innings. 32 from 27. And Moeen Ali, 37 from 20, really providing that middle overs impetus. And Uthappa, 31 from 50. Sunil Narayan was good for KKR, 2 for 26 in his form. And it doesn't need introduction, but this picture here is Faf du Plessis. KKR's target was 193 and they lost their way somehow in the chase, managing just 165 for 9 in 19.5 overs. Actually, they got all out, I think. Yeah, 165 all out in 19.5 overs. Yeah. Shubman Gill and Venkatesh Iyer were very good at the start, actually. Gill 51 from 43, Venkatesh Iyer Gill 51 from 43, and Iyer 50 from 32. They had a 91-run first wicket partnership. But then they lost their way. Nobody else contributed, really. There was a duck for Morgan, 2-3 runs for Karthik, not much for Shakib, Narayan, anybody. And Shivam Mavi, though, didn't really pose a threat to CSK, but said that he can bat by scoring 20 of just 13 balls at the end. But that was obviously not enough. Looking at CSK's bowling, Josh Hazlewood, top-notch spell, 4 overs, 2 for 29. The Whistle Podu Army, or the Yellow Army, thrash KKR by 27 runs and win their 4th IPL title. Wonderful turnaround from last year where they finished 7th on the table for the Yellow Army. This picture here, frame it, put it up in your house somewhere. MS Dhoni, the field marshal of CSK, leading his troops brilliantly to their 4th IPL title, getting the trophy from Jay Shah. This is it. This is your picture. Champions for 2021, the Chennai Super Kings. And Dhoni, like he always does, doesn't want to hog too much of the limelight, goes and stands somewhere in the background. But anyway, a brilliant picture, a brilliant win for them as well. And then also, if you look at this man here, Ruturaj Gaikwad, see that orange cap on his head? Yep, he got the orange cap. Some awards, definitely. Emerging Player of the Season, Gaikwad, no doubt. Fair Play Award, Rajasthan Royals. This shows that Sanju Samson was a good captain in terms of fair play, which is always good, isn't it? The catch of the season was Ravi Bishnoi. Oh boy, what a catch that was. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about. Ahmedabad. I think it was against RCB, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, RCB. The batsman hit it up in the air. He was at mid wicket. He ran, he sprinted, he dived mid air and caught an absolutely magnificent catch. What a catch. The super striker of the season was Shimron Hetmeyer from the Delhi Capitals, 168 strike rate. The game changer of the season, Harshal Patel for 30 wickets, definitely has to be. Most sixes in the season, KL Rahul. 30 sixes is no joke here. And remember, he played like 13 games, so it's averaging 2 sixes a game, which is great. The power player of the season. This is for performances in the power play. Venkatesh Iyer from KKR, no doubt. Orange cap, Ruturaj Gaikwad, as you can see here on this small picture to the right of your screen, hugging the trophy with that orange cap on his head. 635 runs in the season for him. Breakout season for him. Also, his opening partner, Faf du Plessis, was just 2 runs behind him, 633. And the purple cap goes to Harshal Patel from RCB. He picked up 32 wickets. And the all-time high, remember, the all-time high for an IPL season is Dwayne Bravo's 32. So Harshal Patel equal that this year. Purple cap for Harshal Patel. MS Dhoni back in yellow? Absolutely. At the post-match presentation in the final, he told her, Harsha Bhogle actually first asked him, will you be back for CSK next year? He said, I don't know. He said something on the lines of, I don't know. We'll see what the retention policy is, how many players can you retain? Accordingly, we'll see. And Harsha Bhogle tells him, just comment on the legacy that you've left behind. And then he tells him, I haven't left my legacy behind yet. Definitely hinting at the fact that MSD will be back in yellow next year. So don't worry, CSK fans. We'll see Thala for at least 1 more year. And also CSK confirmed that MSD will be retained in a post a couple of days later. Said that the first retention card will be used for the captain of the ship, because what's the ship without the captain? That's it for today. CSK are champions. Thank you very much for your time. I hope you enjoyed. Here's your checklist for today. Like the video, checked. Subscribe to my channel, checked. Activate the notification bell, checked. Share this video with everybody and spread the word, checked. That's it. Thank you very much. CSK are champions, but the action comes thick and fast. Big games come thick and fast. On to the T20 World Cup now. It's a big event coming up. I'll see you then. I certainly will. Goodbye.